How are you? Be blinded. Oh, hello! Hi! Oh my goodness. Why? Who did that? Ah. Ow. I hit the metal cutty thing. It's so old, like, oh my goodness, that's old. I'm trying to find my unpolished. Here's my other color. This went flying. Just proof. Don't trust me with things. Yes, it hurt. But I'm fine. Yeah, peace. Now he's made for my right hand. 13 people! Whoa, that's a lot of people. Sorry. I'm probably gonna make him snap at you guys a couple of times. Okay, I don't need the other glove. Okay. So, look what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make him the gummy goo killer. Okay. So I'm gonna be facing it this way. The coffee. I want coffee now. A kid making me want coffee. Alright, I'm making cane. So, yeah. Not with this paper because it's very thin. You can see the drawings in the back. Like, through the paper. I didn't show anyone this drawing, so look. It's relax. The boy. Can you hear me? Okay, that's good. Okay. What do you think we should do, Rackus Bunkus? Kill them. Oh, you naughty Rackus Bunkus. Okay. I got my pens. Pens. Look at that. Colors. I actually have more pens. But I'm using these because, yeah. I was not at all talking. I lost count of my pens because I have lost. Because I'm obsessed with pencil. Yeah, I'm obsessed with art gear. I have like a whole like box full of art stuff. And I have a whole box full of my craft, my cardboard and the stuff from my masks. Keith. Here's a tip, guys, on how to draw a straight line. Fold the paper in half, and then draw where the paper folds. Unless you're very bad at cutting. Wait. If you're bad at cutting with scissors, use a craft knife. That's some advice for you. See, I just cut that, but it's not full speed because I don't want to cut my carpet. Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually have myself in there. ASMR. Um, I should really start doing like jokes like that. So you guys might bring me and actually do it. Oh, 3 people now. Hello. So cute. What pretty emojis need count? Yeah, it's silent because yeah, it's silent, which is fine. I don't mind. I know that there's not that many people here, and not everyone is gonna talk, which is fine. I am okay with that. Good. Let's do that one day. I want it like this, like a circle. Why do Ain't I funny? No, I can't see chat. Oh, ow. Might get cut, paper cut with this. People will tend to complain that they can see my eyes. They do hurt. Oh, what, I got a question. Did you see that post I did like a couple like days ago about like getting a cut from a pet brush or whatever it's called? Ow. Can you see it? It's like right here. No, I don't think you can see it. Oh, you can? Okay. Oh, so Eris has been doing some, pixel art lately, and, he told me, what app he was using, so I'm trying to do some pixel art too. What the heck? I'm trying to do some pixel art as well. It's a macaroon. I don't know how I feel about it. Did I actually get a paper cut? Oh, thank you. Oopsies. Oh, hi! Hi, Pixel. I didn't realize he's joined. Hello. Hmm. I need some audio in the background, but I need to make sure it doesn't make me copyrighted. Okay, play I'm gonna play Carrie Cutter Fish in the background. I'm playing her in the background. Macarons? That's me. I'm sorry, she mentioned me. Did you hear that, guys? She said macarons. I'm that. Doop, doo 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 doo. I wish we don't talk when I'm on mute. Is that funny? Probably not. But I don't talk when I'm on mute because I've been muting myself. Let's take off the mask.
I've also decided that I'm going to be painting these with powder, so I'm going to use some powder pigment. A lot of people prefer to do it after they are baked with acrylic paint. I like to be a little bit of a risky biscuit.
Oh, it's coughing.
Start to go. So now that we've finished the chanterelle mushroom,
Wait, Pixie, are you still here?
so I have these ones here that I have never
Pixie,
tried before. And
are
this
you
one
still
here,
here?
I thought either one of them would make a pretty good place to pack a ball. Wish me luck. Why do mushrooms have to be this specific shape? Please don't get
So, if you're still here, Pixie, I'm making
I'll
this.
let you be the judge. And we
I'm
have
making
skirt.
cane.
Now I just have
Can I
to
make your
remember how
cat
I
first?
did that and do it 5 more times. While I was working on this, I not only got the side eye from my cat, but also my husband. I'm innocent, I swear. Okay, all better. There's like a little arch in his back, and I'm so tempted to give it a butt. You know what? YOLO. Mushroom butt crack. Oh yeah. Girls think it looks like it's got a cute little 90s bowl cut. He's just sort of like, Mom, why would you cut my hair with a bowl? So having finished a couple of mushrooms, I have actually managed to sneak a little bit of a surprise in there. I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video. It's pretty cool. I think it's about time that we got to the moral of the story. Now the moral is particularly fun to sculpt because we have all these little crevices everywhere. It was very detail oriented and I enjoyed sticking away and building holes. These things are super holy. That's maybe why they're so moral. Bad jokes aside, it was really fun putting all the craters into these, and I baked them and then put a layer of dry breadcrumbs over top so that all of the deep dark holes could sink while the upper level could show that it was light. These mushrooms were the perfect version of lemons, which gave me hardly any trouble, and honestly, it was pretty much a pleasant little breeze to make them. So next up is the frozen potato fungus, and to say that I am excited is kind of an understatement of the century. I had no idea that this existed. I love mushrooms. I love Barbie. I was crying during the movie. It's amazing. And you guys are probably
Okay, warning.
know that I'm being verbally harassed by one of my cats right now. Oh my god.
Okay, warning. If you guys don't like, seeing what's inside,
Balancing this
like,
is really
the body or anything,
even though it's a little bit more unstable.
I'm gonna use this as reference.
This one to this one, so I'm gonna use the clay from this one and start over.
Okay?
See you guys in like 2 seconds when all of these are finished. Okay, so I'm off and sculpting these. They look like little fountains, which is something that I really like. I think they're super cute. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my pigment palette. I'm gonna dry brush some pigment on me.
Nope.
There were a couple pictures that I found. I think it might have been like
I'm using this as a
digital
phone
drawing.
stand.
It did have a little bit of blue.
It's my phone case.
This baby pink that I'm seeing in a majority of the photos, and I like that
Oh,
sort of
no.
cotton candy feeling.
There's a magnet. There's a magnet on my phone. Okay.
Well, I tried it with the blue, and I don't don't think that it looks that good, so I'm only going to make this one with the blue, and the rest of them are just going to stay pink. I think it just makes it look like it's bruised, and that's not what we're going for. I like that the rest of them look like seashells, so I'm going to leave them as is, and you guys can see the finished product at the very end of the video. Either I'm a genius or I'm about to ruin one of my favorite pans. We will see. Oh, that's not working. Okay, I'm thinking this will be enough. I'm gonna pop this in the oven, let it bake, and then I'm gonna come back and try and get this off of my pan. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Should I make him thin?
Okay, it worked. Now just to figure out how the heck I'm gonna stick them to a mushroom cap. I'll try sculpting one right now and see what I can do. Here goes nothing. Oh, guys, I think it's gonna work. It's alive! So the only issue is when I set it down, so I'm gonna have to stick them on and then make it go like that for baking. But that's okay. I'm going to bake the top separate from the bottom again, just to make sure that I've got all these cool little drippy bits on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sculpt those right now. So the caps are pretty much all finished. I couldn't be more pleased with these little spooky flaps. Spooky flaps. That's going to be the title of my autobiography. I'm just going to do a little bit of that dry brushing pigment technique. Then we're going to put some acrylic paint on them after the fact. And then these caps should be done. And I'm going to sculpt the bases.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I'm so excited. It's so cool. I really wasn't sure how I was going to do this when you guys suggested it, but I think we actually might have pulled it off. I even added a couple of smudging details to the stem just so that it looked as natural as possible. I saved the best for last. I think the blood tooth fungus is the one that I'm the most excited for because it's going to be gooey and full of all these little juicy speckles. My game plan is to sculpt the blood tooth mushroom with some divots in it, so hopefully that it can hold all of those little UV resin droplets that we're going to do. And I'll have like a little UV light flashlight. And fingers crossed things won't get too messy or run all over the place. I'm really excited for this one, but I'm also really nervous because it's the only one that involves resin, and sometimes resin and I don't necessarily get along the greatest. And once we're all finished this, it's time for the final reveal of all of our mushrooms. I think because I was a little bit nervous about this one, I ended up making a shape to start off with that I wasn't very fond of, and I had to start over. I hate this shape. I don't like the shape. I'm starting over now. I took a little break, and that helped me see the shapes for what they were so that I could make something that ultimately ended up being really fond of. The thing I think I'm enjoying the most about these is how chubby they are. They're just a little chomp baby. Once the groundwork was established, it was time for some eyes and to put those holes in there that are ultimately going to hold the UV resin once they're baked. I cannot tell you how excited I am to bake these and then fill them with the resin because they look so cute. Oh, they're so fat and angry, just like me. So it was my first time mixing UV resin with this sort of a pigment, and I know you guys love it when I ride the trouble train, but I would like to say, not to spoil anything, that it did actually turn out even better than I had anticipated. So if you're thinking of coloring your resin this way, I would 10 out of 10 recommend it. Oh no! Now the thing I like the most about the UV resin, even though I was just screaming oh no, is that if it's not fully cured, it is actually pretty easy to pick the pieces off and then clean it up so that you can try again if you catch it soon enough. I think the most ambitious spot was when I put them on the sides of the mushrooms. That's where I struggled the most. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh, oh, oh. Lucky for us, it had not set yet, so I can still clean it off. I am very nervous right now. Also, if my voice sounds funny, I'm wearing breathing protection. And if you're ever doing something like this, you should be too. Thank goodness for gloves, because otherwise my fingers would be tanned. And that's it. The final mushroom was completed, and now it's time for the moody glamour shot.
I found a good base, I think. keep
so
it
much
in
fun
here.
working on this project with all of you today, and I'd love to know what your favorite mushroom is in the comments below. I'm hoping to give a handful away to a couple of subscribers, as well as some of my patrons. It's also time for me to share that very special surprise. And look, I made everything glow in the dark before your very eyes. Did any of you guess that this is what I was doing? Probably because I'm not that sneaky, but I'd like to think that I shocked all of you. Whoa! Thank you so much for joining me today, friends, on this really fulfilling adventure. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing and also checking out my online shop. With your support there, we're able to make more fun content like this. Thank you for being with me here today. Okay, I love you. Bye! Oopsie!
She dropped it. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Hello! I'm out in the city right now. Don't stay long. I just wanted to say hi. Ah, hello. Oh, thank you. I hope you have fun in the city. Now I'm just trying to bend it in this shape.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mouth will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick the ox, a merchant's best friend. It can carry...
Hello. We're getting crazy today. I got some kombucha. Sometimes I kind of fixate on something and get a little bit obsessed with it. Recently, dinosaurs have been one of those things that I've been really enjoying making. And apparently you guys have also been appreciating that I'm enjoying making them. We've got something in common. And also, y'all seem to really enjoy telling me what to make. So I went over on Instagram and I asked you which styles or themes or dinos would you like to see me? And I also told you to be as creative as possible, so I'm really excited to see. You guys are very creative. You come up with some of the weirdest stuff, and I just love that about you. Let's go see what you have to say. Extension Death by Meteor. I really think this person may have meant extinction, but I'm not going to blame them. No fault for the typo. Extinction Death by Meteor, which I think would be a pretty excellent theme. Someone
Took my mask off.
anything that I should make Barney. I don't know that I want to because Barney kind of scares me. I can't explain why. Oh my god, get down! Someone just said Dino Nugget, and I cannot believe that we did not think of something so perfect and so simple. Thank you, Tish. You are a genius. Ooh, I like this one. Cowboys. That would be so cute. A lot of you are quite dark. I really appreciate it. Emma said planets get it because they didn't get by an asteroid. Like all of you are just like, lol. Dinosaurs are dead. A mushroom dino. And as y'all know, mushrooms are one of my favorites. A cheese dino? More than one of you has said cheese. That extinction event and cheese are two of the top choices. I never thought I'd see the day that my demographic was cheese lovers. YouTube is really helping me reach
Advertising.
these colors are instantly reminding me of the Kraft macaroni and cheese dinosaur from the 90s, especially because the gloves are also involved in the color palette. Every dino starts from an egg. The irony is not lost on me. Could you imagine how delicious a cheese-flavored egg would be? Just like an egg, but you crack it open frozen and it's actually cheese? Or would that be disgusting? Let me know. They all kind of start out looking like marshmallow peeps. I do think that internally I had already made the decision that this is actually going to be a macaroni and cheese dino, not just your average run-of-the-mill cheese dinosaur. The nostalgia was hitting pretty hard after I thought of that 90s dino on the old craft boxes. Look at those little cheesy lumps. Looks like he's ready to have a little fight. Put him up, put him up. I wasn't entirely sure that my plan would work, so I did make up some backup yellow pieces, but the plan was basically that the spines of this dinosaur were going to be little tiny pieces of macaroni. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Oh, I love it. This is the goofiest. Let's do this. I was gonna do little balls, yellow, but we've got to make the little spike pieces of macaroni balancing down his back. Yes, 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 yes. So that I don't smush them, I do have to make all of the little pieces of macaroni first, and then I'm gonna glue them to the back of these with some cheese sauce. This macaroni. So baby, so small, nothing, only tiny, only pasta. It was a fun, but our first attempt with the cheese sauce made quite a mess. Okay, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Some people may say there's no such thing as too much cheese. I would say in this instance, yes, there was. Although that effect is kind of cool with the cheesy holes. Normally, cheesy holes would not be a good.
Yes,
But
please
in this
do.
instance, cheesy hole looks pretty good. That's a little bit more reasonable. Once we had gotten more reasonably cheesable, the macaroni
I thought this
stuck
was
like a
my
dream.
phone.
That's very freaking funny. Now that we had one in the bag, it was time for our mushroom dino. Every single one of the dinos today does start out the same way with a little egg, but for this dino, it was going to have teeth. I wanted it to have a big chunky cap. This is the start of something beautiful. I'm just trying to decide whether or not this part is too big, but I think I kind of like the idea of a big old chunk. Yes, substantial baby. Since we decided that our new friend was going to be a man of substance, I flattened out all the caps and made divots inside to hold the head. One of the problems when I do this is that sometimes you get a little bit of the split. Someone in the comment section actually pointed out that mushroom caps will split because of these little perforations that they have on the bottom. Anyways, thank you whoever said that and helped me with my realism development. I like using these eyeshadow palettes to cover my mushroom tops because it's kind of giving an airbrush effect without the tedious task of having to wash out the airbrush. I wash them off with soap and water after they are done baking, and then I dry them off and give them a good rub to get off any excess pigment. Some of you may be familiar with this technique because it's the same one that I used in my zombie mushroom video a little while ago. That is providing the serotonin that I need to get through the day. Is this giving anyone else kind of like a snail vibe? That's not a bad thing. I like it. Oh, I threw it. I'm being violent. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being violent to you. Let us continue.
What does that look like? It hurts too.
I'm kind of taking a little bit of a gamble with their tummies because normally I put that little stripey piece on here, but I thought it would be cute if they had sort of the same tummy as the top. We'll see how that turns out in a little bit. I gave everything a really good clean before I went on to the painting phase because after that things were going to be sealed together permanently. You look like you've been massacred. Once our little champion was all cleaned up, it was time for me to put all the finishing details on, aka some white paint for the dots on the mushrooms. Also, because there are some nerds out there that are like me, for these dots, I am actually using Folk Art's Dots series. I think they developed it for painting on rocks, but it works great for this sort of thing. So cute! I love your dummy. Now that we've created something natural, let's create something super unnatural. Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets have sort of an otherworldly color to them. I'm trying to color map it with things that I have, and it's like this weird brown that like doesn't exist anywhere else in nature. And in our search, we find the subject in the wild, waiting to be replicated. I think these are the colors that we're gonna have to combine to get this. Now I'm about to make a pretty big mistake. The orange that I'm using is incredibly difficult to work with because it's something called Primo clay. Oh my gosh. Ow. Other clay artists swear by this stuff because it's super durable and also after it's baked it will bounce back. I didn't realize that I'd used it and I hate it. Now if you love it, don't feel discouraged because I don't like it. It's just really hard to work with because I don't have the best grip. I think this is as close as we are going to get. Let's see if this matches the Noog. That's the same color. It took me 45 minutes to blend the nugget color, but we got it. Once I had the color right, I got to work making the appropriate shapes, but these dinos are a little bit different than other ones that I've created. Normally when I give my dinos their little spikes, they are their own independent balls,
Yeah, it's
but
also being
dino nuggets
quiet.
seem to
I'm
be a
just like,
mass that is just sort of fused together.
I'm listening on mute and I'm just
So I had to make sure that
doing
every
whatever.
single one of the seams for the spikes as well as for the arms was kind of Frenchified into the body. Something felt a little bit off about the dino nuggets, and I know that I can ask my husband what something is, and if he gets it wrong, I know I need to revise it. My husband is about to guess what these are.
Gonna be a ramen noodle dino.
You can have a second guess.
Cheese rock.
That's a cheese. That's cheese. Clearly, I need to workshop these nuggets. Yeah, they don't look like it. I realized that what the nuggets were missing were breadcrumbs, something that I have not ever tried to replicate before with clay. My game plan was to make a bunch of tiny pieces, bake it so that it was nice and hard, and then smash it so that we could coat our nuggets with it. I just want to remind you all of what I said about the female clay that is in this color's mix.
It literally reminds me of uncooked ramen noodles. Wow, she's double jointed or like a Velcro joint. Damn it, the one time that I want something to be crumbly, it's definitely not. This is like springy and excellent. Fall apart, damn you, fall apart. It did nothing.
AMI Roadside Rescue, rescuing New Zealanders, whether you're insured with us or not. Join now, get unlimited call-outs for $79. AMI on your side. T's and C's apply.
Expo, give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. Expo, deliver to you. Knock, knock. Open up the door to spell with the knock.
Save like a boss with the $9.99 Hot or Not box from KFC.
It did nothing. That is also not working. I'm gonna go buy something. I just thought of a good idea. I have this little ducky chopper, but I use it for food, and you should never mix what you're using for crafting with what you're using for eating. So hopefully, if the grocery store has another one, I can use that and pulverize these into a rum consistency. This is very cute. How do I open it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Wait! Did I scream in a moment of danger?
Makes sense. Flying at your chair.
Yeah, that's true. They were flying at my chair. Thank you. Oh no. That doesn't really seem to have done much of anything. I just had an idea. Nothing is working. This clay is too flexible. So great job in the durability department. Okay, that's way more convincing to me. Like, I just started getting a little hungry, and that's a sign that I'm moving in the right direction. Oh no, maybe not on the front. It might be
Oh
better
my
to have it
goodness.
on the front. Crunchy cookies inside.
I didn't even listen to my
Now that I
voice.
have gotten the texture just right, I mixed in a custom blend to give it that super unnatural orange. I'm not joking, I color match fluorescent orange, and when these things are cooked, that's the hue that they give off. That still doesn't deter me from wanting to eat them.
I'm feeling a little bit mischievous, so I think I'm gonna put these up and play a little joke on my husband because he didn't know what they were. And we will see if he gets it right this time. I've got a little cup here for some nugget sauce. This will kind of be the test to see if I succeeded or failed. If you can't guess what they are, then I don't know if anybody will be able to tell. This is literally way too much fun. You guys, I'm having too much fun. Here we go. I have a snack for you. I have a little snack for you.
Chicken nugget dino. Nugget.
Yeah, dino chicken nuggets. You got it.
You did it. Right.
Oh, that's so neat. Don't eat it though. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. No, I said don't eat it. No. I'm worried he's actually gonna eat them.
I promise I'll give you guys a nice good close-up of everything that we've made at the end of the video when we do a couple of flash shots. Next up on our list is the quilted dino. And shout out to anybody else out there who absolutely loves the quilted furniture set from Animal Crossing. If you're wondering what sort of a vibe I'm aiming for with these, it's that.
This is currently giving me like either pinhead vibes or those like weird pictures at the butcher's. It's not currently giving me quilted. Is this gonna help? Okay, maybe this will help. Trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. I gotta trust that I know what I'm doing occasionally. Gotta trust myself. Helped with its space. Right now it just looks kind of like a space potato. The dinosaurs were killed by a potato in space. Heard it here first. I'm not sure if that helped with its space potatoiness, but it's as good as I can do.
And with our final dino destiny fulfilled, it's time for the movie slam.
Okay. So soon I have to go and do something. So I'll just be quick with this. Hello.
Connection to the ocean. Seeing places totally devastated by the amount of plastic is heartbreaking. Sea Cleaners has been working with the Coca-Cola Foundation since 2019 to remove.
Okay, so earlier this week I got a really stupid idea for a short. I decided that I was going to make some really long-looking bees, and then at the very end of the video, write 3D long into them. So after I did that video and I had a really good time, I started thinking about other silly little puns that I might be able to sculpt. The one that has sparked this video is the watermelon. And if I don't make one, I'm never going to know peace again. Oh, he's done. Ah! That's what my 2 brain cells wanted to do this week. I'm not going to tell them no. They're the last ones left. I have to fulfill their final wishes before they go. Today I've come up with a ridiculous list of food and animal-themed puns, and we are going to turn them into tiny miniature clay sculptures. Which pun would you like to say? Thank you very much for your contribution. Oh, it's really hard to crouch down with a cup of tea in your hand. Starting off our watermelon, I've got 2 different types of clay here. I've got a spring green and an emerald. And my game plan is to make some long, tiny, thin pieces and then sort of candy cane them together and roll them into one. Once I've got a semi-uniform piece, I then slice them into bits and then roll them into balls so that they have the watermelon-ish pattern on them. Watermelons aren't perfect, so I didn't need to do this perfectly. I pinched them up some ears and put them into a
Hope you have a good day at work.
to flatten out some pink spice so we could cut some shapes out of it for the rest of our design. The first shape being this little stick that we are going to be using as the face for our watermelon. The game plan now is I'm going to cut out some little circles, and then I'm going to slice those into 4s, and those are going to end up being really So I'm at a little bit of an impasse with these. Everything's going pretty well so far, but I have got these little slices here.
She
cute.
just talks about
It's a
cats
traditional love cat.
loathing,
And then
like,
also,
you
I
know,
want to do
being
like
like
a
a
longer
loaf.
one that's a French
This
baguette
is
with
my
a
cat
plaza.
loaf.
I don't know, the mental image of a baguette cat trying to help. Something about that really butters my biscuit. Let's go make some crusty kitties. I think we'll start out with our basic loaf first, and then we can move off into our fancy French baguette. I want to find something square that I can push this into so that it will get nice firm edges like a pan would give it. Actually, maybe if I try pushing it into a little cookie cutter, that'll work. This could be a catastrophe. I don't think
I'm
this
doing
will work.
my
A cookie
dining
cutter bread
table
shape,
has
why not make
ants
bread
on
shape?
them.
Maybe we do
Oh,
like kind of a
that's not
circular
good.
looking loaf. Hey, that's pretty promising. Let me tweak this. That's not too bad. I think that's the general shape that I would like. I don't know if that looks right or not, but yeah, making these loaves is harder than it looks. So I just realized that I am heavily overcomplicating this by trying to shove it in here and popping it out. I was looking at these and I was like, man, these look close enough to a loaf as is, but I can do something really simple. It's going to be quick and we're all going to have a good laugh. This is why we do this phase of things, to test things out and learn, right? This is my bendy unbreakable ruler, and I'm just going to make the edge of our loaf like that, and then I'm going to make sure that it's even, and I'm going to do it on the other side, and then we have a loaf shape. Some people think like, oh, you can just press the clay in molds and make things. This is essentially a mold. Look at how much better it is to just sculpt things by hand, because sometimes that's actually the easier way to do it. Let's blast on through. Oh, I really like this. I wasn't expecting to like this so much. Oh, this one was fun.
Uh-oh.
I saw this video on Instagram the other day of bread rising in the oven. It looked like the bread was sighing. It was so beautiful. I made a joke to one of my friends that the bread sighs in the oven, and then when I put it in my mouth, I also sigh. So I'm using a little bit of pigment powder. I'm just going to gently brush this on the top here so that we've got some tasty looking, fresh from the oven goodies. I don't know if I've talked about this here before, but bread making is actually one of my hobbies. I'm making a loaf of bread right now in the kitchen. We've got some garlic, parmesan, paprika proofing right next to my crock pot. I'm about to put it into the oven. One of my weekend hobbies is I actually also make sculptural bread, I guess if that's what you can call it. Basically, I turn bread into cute animals. I just kind of wanted to do a temperature check and see if not like sleepy, silly brain. I'm not really landing. Tarantula? A toad here with question mark? I think I thought of a good toad idea and then forgot it. Cantaloupe, like a cantaloupe that's also a cat. Pretty fun. But it would just be like a strange gray ball with its butt sliced off. It's not a concept that I think could be executed with clay and not look disturbing. It's only been 5 minutes.
Yeah, it is silent because you're the only one here, Pet.
Good ideas. Yeah, we have to do a part 2. You want to see a part 2? Give this video a little like. While you're at it, subscribe. 67% of you are not subscribed to this channel, but you're watching. You don't want to see more entertaining content like this on a regular basis. I can assure you it's only going to get better. I'm aging like a fine wine, darling. I'm going to take your ideas and turn them into something cute. Thank you so much for your help. You guys are the best. So we are diving in on the crocodile. After doing a little bit of research, I actually realized this is also a character in Plants vs. Zombies. We're not going to be doing that. We're making our own. So I've got the color all figured out now. But before I get to sculpting, I think I want to make a few accessories. I got 3 words for you. Tortilla, chips, fine.
We're going to my island for a few days. You guys want to come?
Phone, please. Wait, for real?
It's just better without phones. There's something.
I got 3 words for you. Tortilla, chips, fine. For the lime pieces and for the tortillas, it's going to be really simple. I'm just going to cut out some circles with the cookie cutter, and then I'm going to cut them into 4s, or the little slices that I need, bake them, paint them, and stick them in. Before I was able to put the tortilla chips and the lime slices in, I needed to bake them first. So I got to work making the body of the crocodile with our custom clay. The best way I can describe the shape is like a matchbox car with a tail, and I also went ahead and made some feet. Now, after this, the limes and the tortilla chips came out of the oven, and I gave them a little bit of detail painting. I can't decide what eye color is going to look best, so we're going to do a couple different colors and see at the end which one I like the best. Of a strawberry, but then it's going to have little paws like reaching up. So it'll be chonky baby, kind of looking up at us, going, "Excuse me, please pick me up." Now, out of all of our pun pieces today, the strawberry was the most straightforward because the second that I saw that suggestion, an image popped up in my head and I knew exactly what I was going to do. I love putting paws on things, but every time I get to this stage, I always have a little chuckle because it looks a little bit like a bear with boobs. I missed the opportunity at the time to make a really bad bare-chested joke. But I haven't missed it in voiceover land, so you're welcome. The hats for our little strawberry friends are just these fun little cutouts.
A little hat for you, Miss Jerry.
And then I use my straight edge tool to add some patterns to our leaves before baking them. Ooh, come back. Once they had cooled down and were staying where I wanted them to, I painted on all of the seeds individually with a little bit of yellow paint and added some cute little hearts to the ears. Our baby bear wouldn't be complete without some little paws, and I'll show you the fine details at the end of the video. Do you like to eat a koala? I'm just a little bit nervous about how I'm going to pull it off and make it look like a koala without overcomplicating it. I'm just going to follow my little weird heart and try my best. Sometimes we make things that work out, sometimes we don't. I want to try something a little bit complex for this last one. Basically, I'd like to make a gradient so that it looks like it's fading from this yellow pineapple color into sort of a pearly, glittery white, like a real pina colada would.
The tape ripped.
How I'm going to achieve that effect is I push these two together, and then I will pass it through my pasta maker multiple times until we get a nice smooth blend. In the blink of an eye, everything was not straight anymore, and it's on a bit pear-shaped, but I think I can still use these pieces right here for what I wanted to do. So I'll start making the bodies and the heads, and we'll hope for the best. Things were weird for about 5 minutes there, but this is looking pretty good. This little area here is going to be covered up by something, so I'm not too worried about it. But we've got our gradient, and it turned out the way I hoped.
I don't understand, but... Oh, hello! Hello, the yellow footy. Sorry, I didn't notice you joined.
Online is a sandbox MMORPG in which
Hello. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Ow! Shop. I keep on putting my hand on this. Why?
You want to know how this video got its title? It's this moment right here. Okay, so you guys remember a couple of weeks ago when I shared the fact that I had a giant pile of Japanese clay that I wasn't using? I may also have a giant pile of Korean clay that I'm about to use. It's called Amol's clay. It's an air dry clay. From the looks of it, it's like a Korean model magic. Now, I've used model magic before, and it's not incredibly impressive. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with it, no doubt. But what this has been shown to do is to create highly detailed, really interesting, and durable work. There's a bunch of Korean clay content creators, and they made me want to buy this real bad. My experience with air dry clay is fairly limited, but I've kind of been on a journey recently to change that. What I bought was this giant tub of white, and I also got this fun pack of colors. Okay, first up, let's try the tub. I resisted temptation for months, and I didn't open this. I haven't touched it before, even though I wanted to. Oh God, whoever invented these seals, maybe try to make them a little easier to open. I mean, I understand what you're doing, but you can't ever get into it without violence. Ah. Ooh. The surface of it is very smooth looking, and I'm hoping I touch it and it's kind of like foam. Oh. Ooh. This reminds me a lot of those pulling slime videos, and the beads are all going I think instead of doing a sketch today, I am just going to try winging it a little bit, because that sounds fun to me. I always end up doing my best work when I'm just kind of not thinking about it and just going for it. So what I'm going to be attempting to build today is a nine-tailed fox, also known as a kitsune or a gumiho. It's also a creature that Ninetales Pokemon is based off of. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're starting off kind of bumpy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed by this clay. The issue that I'm having right now is when I pull a piece off, it stretches. Whereas with polymer clay, when you pull a piece off, it just kind of comes off. Maybe in a couple minutes, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is fine. This is not fine.
God, do you see this?
Anyway, it really hit the fan, and I was really excited to make a video today. I think I'm going to make what I would have liked to have made with things that I'm familiar with.
Peace Man is hard to make.
You're somebody who would have been able to complete this sort of design with this. Holy cow, you're so talented. If you guys have any suggestions of how I could have made this work better in the comments, please let me know. I'm always open to learning from you guys. You're really helpful. I don't know much, but I do know I love you. I'm gonna go make what I had in mind. Y'all are wondering what I'm gonna do with the leftover plate. I do have a few kiddos in my life, but I'm sure would enjoy playing with this. So, nieces and nephews, prepare yourselves for fun. I just told you guys in the video, okay, I'm done. What are you gonna do fun? What in the cheese string? What in the melted mozzarella? That was a bit aggressive. Better, less aggressive. In case you're entirely new to my channel, hello, welcome, thank you for watching. And the clay that I normally use is polymer clay, specifically Sculpey 3. So that's what we're using here today. For our foxy friend, I built a little bit of an armature underneath so that I wasn't going to use too much of my clay. And I got to work sculpting what I would have made out of air-dry clay had it cooperated. Because I was kind of making this up as I was going along, I decided while I was working on it that I was going to get the box a little bit tail. Oh yeah, that's good.
Ow.
Look at that. That's looking pretty cute.
This man, his ear, I smacked the sharp bit of the ear.
I'm over here working on the updated version, and this one is just staring at me in the background. Mother, how could you abandon me and make my brother so beautiful? I'm so sorry, Bartlett. I wish things could have been different. No, they can't. I'll see you in your nightmares. Because I was super extra grumpy earlier, I'm gonna give this guy a big happy
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly do this.
So cute! Oh, that's cute. Oh, there's the fun that I was looking for earlier. I'm glad the fun could still find me at this new address. I didn't think about just how big 9 of these tails is gonna be. I guess we'll see how I'm gonna make it fit on this tiny baby. Okay, so far I've gotten 3 of these to work. I've got 6 left to go. Now, if you thought we were in the clear, I'm sorry to say that we are not.
It did.
She was getting them to fit, and I thought that I sculpted everything pretty well, but when I put them in the oven, my husband brought them back, and something pretty bad happened, you guys. They just keep seeing more of those days versus this sort of, yup. You know when everything's going so wrong that you can't help but laugh? Dreams together
Did you see that?
hot glue and hope.
Did you see how close I was?
This is the song about depression. I don't feel good mentally.
Did you see how close I was?
Go get the feet that we baked in the oven, and
almost took my mask off.
Safe. Hard to accept that I'm not good at something or that I'm failing at something.
Imagine how much space is really on our live stream.
Something about this feels kind of wrong. I don't know how to put my finger on it. At the time, I couldn't figure out why this was weirding me out, but the idea of completely covering my eyelashes seemed kind of gross. I decided that because the bum was a little bit unstable, that I was also going to build our friend a home base to sit on. And this was a good canvas for disguising any of the extra mistakes or cracks and bumps, because I was going to turn it into a meadow that I could cover in fake flowers. There, all you needed was a little bit of support, just like any normal person. Yeah, that's better. Before I could put our special yellow eyelashes on, I had to remove the protective latex that was over top of the eyes. This stuff is a godsend, and it literally has so many different applications. If you don't already have some liquid masking latex, I highly recommend it because it's satisfying and technically lasting.
Yeah, it would not be good. I've been live for like an hour now. Am I shopping? No, I'm not gonna shop until I'm done.
Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure today. I know there were a couple of bumps in the road, but ultimately, I actually ended up loving this project. When in doubt, use the Cressida Calvert method of covering yourself with stuff so nobody knows anything's wrong. It's a shame I was not able to salvage poor Bartlett, but I do have some final thoughts on the Amos clay itself. When this clay is dry,
Yeah, I do see your chat things. I'm just like trying to do this. Okay?
pretty good.
I'm earning more than just brownie points. And they're adding up.
Scan your club card to save with club deals, earn rewards, and much more. You've earned the fun.
What did I say again?
New world.
Never mind. Oh, I remember.
So today, over on my Instagram, I decided to ask you guys what your favorite cool, weird animals are, so I can shrink them down and make them round, because that's my brand, tiny and sad. Let's see what you all had to say.
I really hope that you guys didn't send me anything gross. I don't know how I'm gonna do anything gross. I say that now, and I'll probably be disappointed if there's like not anything ugly. I am immediately seeing so many platypus. Everyone's like, platypus, give me a platypus. There's one person in here. Cows, my lord. And actually, there's more than one person. Don't judge me. I was hoping someone would say this. Blobfish, blobfish. Bring out the blobfish. When I said I didn't want gooey, I was lying because I wanted this. No one thinks of Mr. Blobfish except for us. Dave. What is a nudie branch? I'm gonna look it up. If I put in nudie branch and then my search terms are all messed up and I start getting weird things, I'm not gonna be too happy. Qué bueno! She's baby. That's a very cute little baby. To
And
embody
you can
that.
kind of say
I
that,
think I'm gonna do is he's gonna be split
it's
out,
jaw
trying to do
dropping.
the best as we all are.
Get it?
Sometimes
With,
in the day. I don't know
Karen?
if you guys have ever
No?
seen that insurance
Okay.
fraud. Simple or the most complicated? He's got a lot of wrinkles. Once, and she always said that when she was drawing something, she was making the same face as what she was drawing. Maybe the whole time I'm going to be sculpting the blobfish, I'm going to look like this. I want to apologize in advance for what is about to happen because I was unable to control myself while sculpting these.
Okay.
Stupidest looking thing I've ever made. This is stupid looking. Stupid. Oh my god. Stupid. I actually feel like the eyes are more on the side of the head, so I'm gonna move them. Oh yeah, over there is better. It kind of looks like Squidward. It's no joke. The eyes are not wrinkly enough. I need more wrinkly. This is the most cursed thing I've ever made. And I'm not even done. It's awesome.
Now, one of the things about the blobfish is that you need to ensure that it is, in fact, blobby and smooth So I used a little bit of acetone over the tops of them before I put them in the oven, just to make sure that they were extra slimy and disgusting. To really bring home the fleshy effect, I also decided that I was going to be shading this before baking with a little bit of eyeshadow and some blush. Because let's be honest, these need to look like a human just took off their skin and left it somewhere in a pile. Actually, after chatting to a couple of my friends, we decided that these look like raw turkeys, which is perfect for this time of year. It's blobfish. That's what's for Thanksgiving dinner. Now, so everybody could tell that I wasn't back making the capybara, I did decide that I was going to take the miniature oranges for on top of its head because that's kind of its brand. Thank you. Someone just bought a little something from the shop, and every time I get a sale, I say thank you. So if you ever make a purchase from my store, you can imagine me saying thank you. I'm really grateful for you guys. If you feel like supporting my videos, that is a great way to do it. To get our oranges to look as realistic as possible, I used a dotting tool to give them that porous texture, and I also used a little bit of green polymer clay to give them that little flower top. I popped our oranges in the oven so that they could harden up, and I'd be able to I'm just going to preface this section by saying I really thought that I was doing the simpler option and something a little bit easier for myself by taking on the cows. In my mind, a couple of white balls stuck together with some legs and a couple udders and a snout, that seems pretty straightforward, right? Oh, how naive and wrong I was. And oh, how weird and uncomfortable things were about to get for me. What I'm about to do may be a little bit controversial, but I want to give them an udder. Personally, I think that udders are cute. Some people might find them weird, but you clicked on this video and I told you that's what it was going to be, so I'm only giving you what you asked for. Really? I'm realizing that udders just kind of look like smooth little stools, and I need someone to make an udder chair. I'm going to bake these before I stick them to the cows so that all of my hard work does not get squished. Just looking at this is making me feel weirdly uncomfortable. Like I feel unsettled by this object. I'm gonna put the arms and the legs on and see if that helps, but something about it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, someone pointing these udders at me. I've come this far. I guess I'm just gonna commit. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've been sitting here for the last 20 minutes trying to figure out how I can save these. I understand now why I should not have done this. It's like I've never seen anyone do them with the udders. There's a reason why, you guys. I'm sorry I'm putting you through this right now. I thought maybe if I kept soldiering forward, things would potentially get better, and they did, thankfully. This is actually kind of cute now. Okay, maybe I don't hate it. I think it's maybe just because the focal point was The udders? It's definitely giving me an interesting optical illusion. If you just focus on the pink bits, it's like a weird meat baby or something. Now it's time for some paint, and then we will be done. Now that we had managed to finish up all of that utter nonsense, I decided I would immediately clear the air instead of messing around and doing a segue by getting to work on these sparkle muffin spiders. Now, I have made spiders before on a larger scale for one of my videos, but I had never done anything this small, so it did take a little bit of trial and error with figuring out how the body was going to look and how I was going to get the wires to work. I cut a bunch of different shapes before lining them up and figuring out what would get them to balance in that pose we had seen earlier. It was a relatively tricky process, with trying to find the shapes that would all fit together, as well as holding the right amount of clay. But once I got it right, I used that as the prototype and sort of started a little bit of an assembly line so that I would have all of the right balances of clay to the right shapes and wires so that they could stand up, waving their arms in the air. Okay, they are just the skeletons, but I'm already very intimidated. Look at this guy. He's like, no, don't touch me. He said, no, don't touch me. You can't. Oh my god, that one fell over. He was so intimidating. Skeletons are looking pretty. Now, one of the great things you can do with polymer clay is you can kind of hit the save button by baking everything. So that's exactly what I did before I moved on to making the head and adding the eyes. When you bake in between steps, it means that you can hold on to different places and you're not going to be crushing the soft clay that you're working on. Tiny, frightened army. This was actually the most lengthy part of this video. Covering all of the spider legs in clay and building them up took me almost 4 hours, and I actually didn't notice because I was so into it. Now, when it came time to paint the spiders, I was actually incredibly nervous because I had taken so long to make the sculpt. I really didn't want to mess anything up. But in the end, I felt like I was able to make something that I'm really proud of. Okay, so we are specifically moving on to the section now with the detail, or as I said earlier, the nudie branch. It's actually not pronounced like that. I have a friend who is a marine biologist, and I was able to ask her, how do I say this name? It is nudibranch. I will, however, experiment with a little bit of cosplay because it's kind of rubbery and bendy. I've never done it before, so we're trying some new things. Rumbly. So I figured I might as well experiment with that while we are at it. Now, without any further delay, let's get nudie. Having pretty much zero experience with cosplay, one of the things I noticed immediately is that we needed to use a pasta maker to overcome this crumbly texture that we had going on. It took a little
You don't have to shake it. I'm just live streaming because I'm bored. Oh. Also, my phone's going flat, so I might have to end streaming. Okay. Gotta go. Bye bye.